Onto this now. It's been a year since Vuyo Duna was gunned down outside his home on his way to Bloekombos Secondary School in Kraaifontein. At the time, it was alleged that the murder was politically motivated as he was an ANC activist. Well, a duo believed to be responsible were arrested, a police officer and a branch secretary and an alleged hitman from Khayelitsha who was paid, and you've got to listen to this, they were paid 1,500 rand. Newzroom Afrika's Nasipi Same following this story for us, and she joins us live. Nasipi, good morning to you. Perhaps shocking is an understatement. Talk to us about what has happened with this police officer, because if indeed they are in the employ of the South African Police Service, something has got to have happened by now. But also, this branch secretary, from which party do they come from?
Well, Xoli, I mean, shocking indeed. A price tag to someone's life being 1,500 rand. And what we do know so far is that the duo that you speak of were arrested and will be appearing at the Western Cape High Court on the 10th of February, obviously facing those charges of murder. The branch secretary, we understand that, is the police officer. We have reached out to SAPS to find out whether or not the police officer is still employed with SAPS following his arrest for the serious crime. And it was also understood that the alleged hitman is from the community of Khayelitsha, but obviously the trial will reveal more detail in regards to what the NPA or the state has in terms of evidence. But to talk to us more, I'm joined by Ulinda here, who is from the Duna Foundation, also lives in the community. Vuyo Duna was an ANC activist, including a teacher as well in the community. But the price tag attached to his life was 1,400 rand. Do you feel that the wheels of justice are turning fast enough?
Yes. Firstly, we are also very disappointed that life is not in value in South Africa. Number two, yes, so far now, justice, they're doing very well in terms of there is two suspect is behind of the bars, but also very disappointed that one of his suspect also is a member of the community also. Number two, also was involved in politics of the ANC. Lastly, it seems that also the ANC must do a lot of job or a lot of communicating with the members to say that in this country no one must be take a life from you, you understand? And number two, also into is very disappointed in ngayo ukuthi basithathelele uComrade Duna. Comrade Duna was a humble comrade, particular in this community. Comrade Duna also was helping those families that didn't have food to put in the table, and Comrade Duna was also championing a problem around the community, particular abantwana abanga attend the school, those learners doesn't attend the school. Comrade Duna was make sure that no learner doesn't attend a school around Kraaifontein.
This was obviously not the first killing of somebody in the ANC, or rather politically motivated murder. 2019, a ward councillor, 2020, a ward candidate, and then in 2022, Vuyo Duna. What do you make out of this as somebody that grew up in this community?
Yes, and 2018 was a ward councillor, Uluyanda Mpele. Minister of Police Ubheke Cela was promised us that within 72 hours those suspected behind of killing Comrade Uluyanda Mpele, you must be coming behind of the bars. But even today, nothing happened, nothing here what is going on about Comrade Uluyanda. 2019 was also a member of the ANC, was killed in Stellenbosch. Ubonisile Machanyane was also involved in politics of the ANC. Got 2022 was Comrade Vuyo Duna also was killed, same community.
What do you make out of it?
Was scared because we like the ANC. You never run away, Glondole. We like the ANC. And it seems that the enemy of the ANC is the member of the ANC, and not democratic speak or not democratic right within the ANC. So that's why it says the ANC, the lot of job is supposed to do within the own members of the ANC. We were scared, really. We were scared, Nasipe. But at least now, some justice, they do very well job in terms of a case Duna. But you're appealing that there is a more arrested supposed to do kule case Duna, including case Luyanda Bell, including case Bonisile Machanyane. We at least now will be happy if also as you understand what's going on, even 2 previous matters was happening in this community.
At the time, the police officer previously, he was a secretary, a branch secretary, but at the time of this alleged murder, he was a former. What would you like the ANC to do in this instance, taking into account that when the alleged murder happened, he was a former branch secretary?
I must correct this. When Anasipe, all these things was happening. Umulelani Yosana was a branch secretary of the ANC because was new elected again. Number 2, the ANC even he must come this word because it seems that after was happening those incidents, particular the incident of Vuyo Duna, ANC what it's a ICU. Now we need to do the ANC of the ANC came, all the deploy of the ANC, he must came this word to speak with the members of the community. At least we're starting from there, a new chapter again. Yes, everybody, they have a question doesn't even how to ask those questions, but the ANC must come because this word is a strong word of the ANC. No one party will contest this word. You know about that because you know how to work with the ANC. But after those incidents, but the ANC were quiet. The ANC doesn't even come to understand because Vuyo Duna was appealing to Ukhalima Mutland in terms of afterwards. Local government program was happening. All the countries was promised that will come and try to resolve those disputes was happening in this world, but it never came till Comrade Duna is died. That's why, as we said, we were feeling that. And this killing of Comrade Duna was a motivation in terms of the politics of the ANC. And even now, Nasipe, before even Duna take this program that this community must be a good service delivery. From 2018, even today, as we not have a ward council, this new ward council is the same council that was elected in 2018. In terms of in Xhosa, ulele lo ward council sinayo ulele in a sense. In terms of the English, sleeping council because doesn't know even how to start bring the service delivery in this ward. Till Comrade Duna came says no, comrade is not a good word or stay in this ward.
We'll have to leave it there, Lindo. Peters rather, from the Vuyo Duna Foundation, detailing to us the factions within this within the ANC in this particular ward or branch rather, where we are seeing a former branch secretary and also police officer standing accused of the murder of one of their own in 2022. Obviously not being the first one, but we are still waiting for that update from SAPS in regards to the employment of the police officer, where it's currently understanding, taking into account that he has been arrested and has appeared in court, and on the 10th, as I mentioned, will be appearing again with the second accused at the Western Cape High Court. The ANC also will be speaking to them just later on in regards to, the concerns, if any, they have in regards to Kraaifontein, taking into account the politically motivated killings that have played out in about a space of 4 years, and the fact that the two other people that were killed in this community, that we have not seen any arrests, but however the community, including the Duna Foundation, pleased with the pace that the justice, or rather the NPA, is moving in regards to having these two gentlemen that have been arrested behind bars.
Pisame, thank you very much. Live for us in the Kraaifontein area, that's in the Western Cape. All right.